Hey guys, this is Donnie with Standing Goats Rescue. I have got an encounter for you today, and this one, you guys know about my encounter in Marianna in 2011. This one happened on the same property, exact same property. The guy sent it to me. I was in a hurry to get it up. I've been wanting to get it up, but when he sent it, I just couldn't put it up because the language was a little rough. And so I asked him if he could rewrite it to get the harsh language out of it, and I explained to him I just didn't want to put that type of language on the channel. And he did rewrite it, and he contacted me, and I went and met him, and we talked for a long while, and he just he wrote it on a sheet of paper for me. And so there was still some language in it. It's just the way he is. He's a farmer, and so he's a little rough around the edges. But I went ahead and I did my best to get that language out, and I want to share this with you. This is fascinating. And the backdrop, I'm right here at the bay. Kim's in the car. I got her home, and I'm gonna try to do a show tonight. All the chores, everything is on me right now, and it's so hard. The only reason I had time to stop here is we had to go pick up some more of her medication, and this is about 2 miles from the pharmacy. And so we stopped long enough to do this encounter, but I'm gonna get on with it. And hopefully tonight I'll see you guys on the show. This is Al's Bigfoot encounter. He says, I'm a big fan of all things Bigfoot. 2 years ago I came upon a Bigfoot encounter that really grabbed my attention. It happened in my hometown of Marianna, Florida. With this started my journey of seeking out other Bigfoot encounters that happened in Marianna. Then I found your encounter on Sasquatch Chronicles, and then again on Bigfoot Odyssey. When you described the area off of State Road 73, I almost fainted. What was my verbal reaction? Darn it. That's Bob's farmland. I'm not going to give the owner's name who owned the land. Sorry about that. I didn't even think about leaving his name out. I do know him, the guy who did own it at the time of my encounter, but we'll call him Bob. He said, well, darn it, that's Bob's farmland. I know that parcel better than my own property because my family leased it from Bob for 7 years. Here's why I know that you are telling the complete truth. My uncle and I both had encounters on that same land parcel. Holy crap, I ain't believing this. We have never told anyone about our encounters with the Bigfoot there except for my aunt and my wife. No one else. We lost the lease to that parcel in 2012 because Bob sold the land, but not without compensating us for the remainder of the 10-year lease first. I've never been so darned happy to lose a lease in all of my life. We started the tractors at 5 a.m. and had them rolling by 5:15 every day that the machines were to be used. On several mornings, I was fueling up the tractors with a pump truck and had been pelted with gravel each time I stepped out of the cab. In the beginning, we both thought it was the local poachers doing it. So my uncle responded by firing his old rancher into the treetops to scare them away. This never helped because we would take another handful of gravel to the back within seconds of him shooting. Fast forward a couple of months and I was in the larger field spraying insecticide on the new peanut tops. My uncle was with the soil analyst on the back smaller field. My sprayer popped a nozzle, so I shut down the pump and climbed out of the tractor to replace it. This had to be done fast because I had to get everything sprayed early enough for the insecticide to dry before the sun was overhead. I grabbed a crescent wrench and new nozzle from the toolbox under the step, then sprinted around the front of the tractor and towards the spray boom. I dropped the nozzle and had to turn around and pick it up. Then as I stood up, I was looking into the face of a giant, and one that I recognized immediately as Bigfoot. This was 9 a.m. in the morning, clear skies, and in the middle of a large field. How the heck did he get here without me seeing him coming? This animal was huge. I mean freaking enormous. 10 or 11 feet to the top of the head. He growled on the out-breath and snarled on the in, exactly how you described your encounter on this same parcel. Man, I about crapped my pants. He had a stink around him that seemed to heat up the air. Yes, he changed the density and temperature of the air around us. The strangeness surrounding us was what I feel to be a bubble. No sounds coming in or out but his own. About 8 feet between us, and he could have grabbed me without moving from where he stood. Arms at least 6 feet long. His hands reminded me of the second-hand baseball mitt my dad got me when I played my first year of junior high baseball. They looked like dark brown leather that was severely worn and covered in wrinkles and hair. He wasn't slinging his fist downwards like what you saw, but he was opening and closing his hands like he was pumping a tennis ball. He was opening and closing his hands like he was pumping a tennis ball. I had no place to run except out into the field towards the state road a quarter-mile away. Tractor was beside my left, 20-foot spray boom behind me, and a darned giant in front of me. Like I said, nowhere to run. I slowly got on my knees and put my forehead on the dirt floor. Too scared to cry, too scared to pray. I just waited for the blow. A few seconds and I felt and heard a thump, 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 thump as he walked away from me. I lifted up my head and he was gone. I got to my feet and cautiously walked around the spray boom and the back of the tractor. He was gone. I made a circle around the machine and he was gone. Where? How in the heck did he get to the tree line so fast? That's 300 yards at the closest point. Impossible. Freaking impossible. I climbed into the cab and looked across the field. He's gone. Then the chaos started in my 40-year-old brain. Confusion, fear, anxiety, and sick all at once. I was grabbing for gears when the thought hit. That was Bigfoot. Tracks. Look for tracks, you idiot. After checking to make sure he was really gone, I climbed down and ran to the other side of the machine where he stood. Now, are you ready for this? There was 2 deep footprints embedded at least 2 inches in the soft earth. I followed the tracks, 5 feet between steps, but there were only 4 steps taken. This was more scary to me than standing in front of him. I could see the last deep track, but there were no more at all. Is he standing in that track and invisible? I was a darn mess, a shivering wreck. It took me a couple of minutes before I could even move because of fear. Yes, I know exactly what you experienced when you had your encounter here, and I feel for you, Donnie. I was 8 feet away from him, not 3 feet like you were, and I messed up in my head from that morning. I was the happiest man in Marianna the day my uncle told me our lease was out of contract. I will never work on any of the farms on State Road 73 again, no matter what kind of money is involved. These animals are dangerous, and they don't like humans, in my opinion. And I'm sure you feel the same as me. I'm still constantly searching for more Bigfoot sightings in Jackson County. I'm so interested in hearing about them, but I'll never go looking for them again. Just for the no. I never saw one when I was going out looking for them. I only saw one up close. I only saw one up close in my life, and it was that day while spraying peanuts on Bob's farm on 73. I have heard many screams and tree knocks. They are the normal sounds in Marianna these times, but haven't seen anything else. I'm really glad I got to meet you. I hope that you can use my story on your channel. I can't help it about the cuss words. I have a sailor's mouth and always been that way. Don't use my name if you put it on a video. I work for a lot of rich landowners and I can't afford to lose any leases over this. If it's cool, call me Al on this story. That name is very important to me and my family. Let me know when you come to my part of Jackson County and I will hook you up with a few areas where I found tracks and leaners and other structures from Bigfoot. And he signs off, later, Al. That one, I've been waiting on that one to get it back without all the foul language, because I really wanted to share that with you. And Marianna's not a really big area, but I've had 2 other people contact me the past 2 years that have also had encounters, not counting this man, 2 other people that are they are not related in any way, and both of them have had encounters on that same road, State Road 73, and it's a short road. I think it's 2 miles long, but wow, I wanted to get that out to you. It just when he explained to me what had happened, the original letter, he left out a lot of details, but when I met him and we talked, there was a lot that he told me that he didn't have written down, and it does something to you. It's a confirmation that just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it gives you an unsettling feeling. But like with me, it gives me a good feeling that I know, other people have seen it, and now on the exact same property. And the other 2 people that had contacted me the last couple of years about having the encounters, both of them were in a vehicle passing by, and they seen it. It was right there by the road. And there's a small little block building there, a pump house of some sort. And the other guy seen 2 of them the same night, but he ended up seeing more later on. And he was supposed to have gotten up with me soon to do an interview with him. But guys, I wanted to get that out to you. I'm freezing to death. I'm shivering here, and we've got to go pick Rosie up. And then I got to get back and get all the animals fed. But thank y'all for being here with me and just being patient with me. It's been really, really crazy. I'm going to try to do a live show tonight. I don't know if the live show will be up before this is posted. I got a lot to do today before it gets dark, and it's just going to be a long day. I probably have another week of chaos like this, but things will work out. Kim a hill up to where I can get some help. But thank y'all for being a part of us. Thank you for all the prayers that you guys have prayed for Kim and me and my family. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I love all of you. Thank you for being here, and as always, God bless you and be safe. And I'll see you guys soon.